Hi everyone, welcome to my February Plan With Me video. Today I'm going to show you how I set up my monthly bullet journal. So first off, I'll show you how I did it in January. This is my January front page. So I have my goals for the month over here. And then I have a little list with things coming up this month, like important dates, deadlines, stuff like that. And then I also have a section with things that are coming up next month. And then overall I also have a little quote and a picture and a calendar. So that was my January front page, and then I'll show you my habit tracker. So this is what it looks like. I always cut it out from a separate piece of grid paper because my bullet journal is completely blank. It doesn't have any dots or anything. And then I'll write down stuff that I want to try and do regularly. And I think this was a pretty good month. I don't try to do everything all of the time, so I'm quite glad with how it turned out. And then also I have a little quote here on the right side. This month I also did 2 weeks of weekly spreads with daily to-do lists. I don't always do it. I only do it when I'm getting a bit overwhelmed and I want to write down all of my to-dos every day, but I stopped after 2 weeks because I find that it also kind of stresses me out. And I also use Google Calendar, so I don't really need it because I write my to-dos also in there. So let's get started with my February plan with me. I'm gonna start first actually with a review from January. So I do this every month. I write down all of my memories from that month. So I make one page and I go through my calendar and through my pictures on my phone, and then I check if there's anything I want to remember from that month that I did. So I write all of these things down. So this month I probably won't write that much stuff down because I had exams, so I didn't do a lot of fun stuff. So I'm gonna take up quite a lot of space with the picture on the bottom. So I decided to go with this ticket that I got from an art exhibition that I went to, I think 2 years ago. And I'm also gonna add some grid paper and this post stamp that I really like. And now I'm just gonna add some accents to the page, like these lines here. And I'm also adding some color. So, oh, and also I'm gonna make the lines a bit thicker. So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna start on my review page, which is on the right hand side. So I also do this every month. In the on the first page, or one of the first pages of my bullet journal, I have a vision board with 4 categories of things I want to focus on, and then like goals for each category, and each month I write a review on what I did to work towards those things. So you'll see my vision board in a moment. Here you can see it. So it has 4 categories and then things I want to focus on in that category. So the 4 categories are mental health, lifestyle, creative expression, and education. So I mainly use this just to keep my priorities straight and make sure that everything I'm doing is still focused on what I want to be doing. And so each month I will write how well I did that month, what kind of things I did that fit into that category, and also things I might have to work on for next month. So I'm also going to add some washi tape and some more doodles. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna start with my February pages. So I always start with choosing a color. I have these Crayola marker sets in a lot of colors, so I just pick one color that I want to use for the rest of the month. and I already decided I wanted to use this picture, so I'm seeing if it matches, and I really like how it looks with this color. So I'm gonna pick this color. So once I have that in place, I'm gonna add a title and also a calendar with the dates of that month. I don't really use it, but I think it looks really nice, so I always add it. And I also always do this faux calligraphy thing. So basically I trace my title, and then all of the downstrokes I add an extra stroke, but I don't fill in the gaps because I kind of like how it looks. And I've been doing this for a couple of months now. And I'm also gonna add some color here. So now that that's done, I can go ahead and fill in the next page, which will have again my goals, and then a list of important dates for that month. And I'm also gonna do the faux calligraphy thing here. And now I'm just gonna look in my phone what I have coming up this month. So I have a couple of deadlines, a couple of important meetings, and then also some fun stuff, like I'm gonna go to a concert from Maggie Rogers, which I'm really looking forward to. So then I'll also write that down. And then I'm also adding a title for what I'm doing next month. So that might also be important events, but also maybe things I know I want to focus on next month. And I'll write it down so I remember it. And again, also adding some color here. And I'm also gonna write down a little quotes over here in the same color. It says, save your energy for things that matter. So now that's done, and I can go ahead and start working on my habit tracker. So as I said, I always write this on a separate piece of paper, and then I cut it out because my bullet journal is blank. So now I'm just looking at what I wrote down next, the previous month, which habits I tried to do. And I think I did roughly the same ones this month. I think I added one, which was to use Duolingo every day, because I've been trying to use it more, and I currently have an 18-day streak for German, so I'm really proud of it. I usually only get like 3 days and then I quit. So yeah, I'm trying to continue that. So now that I got this in place, I'm just gonna write down the title for my habit tracker, and I'm also gonna do the faux calligraphy thing here. And then on the right page, sometimes I will use it if I need a page for something, like if I need a to-do list for something specific or something like that. But this month I don't need the page for anything, so I'm just gonna write a quote again, and I'm also gonna add this picture that I really like. And again, I'm adding some grid paper to it. As I was gluing this down, I realized that the battery of my camera was almost dead, so and I still had to film the flip through, so I didn't film me writing the quote, and it's also not in the flip through because it was also getting dark and I really wanted to get this done, but you'll see it in the flip through in my next plan with me. So this is the final results. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!